Returning to yourself, a journey begins. In a noisy and hurried world, sometimes what we need most is not to move forward too quickly, but to stop just for a moment and listen to ourselves. The VBKai Lab was born from the true slices of life, where each little story carries the power to awaken and gently lead you back home to yourself here. We share stories that touch the heart, stories of seemingly insurmountable pain, times when I lost myself, then slowly found my way back, journeys of learning to love yourself. Little by little, day by day, the VBKai Lab is not a destination. It's a journey where you're allowed to fall apart, allowed to rest, and finally allowed to return to yourself. If you're looking for a gentle place to reconnect with your emotions, to understand yourself better, to listen to real stories, you found it, and forget to subscribe so you don't miss any part of this journey. Because who knows, it might just be the key to unlocking the door to your heart every time your heart breaks. It's an opportunity for light to enter. Maybe you're like me, walking through life with a fake smile, tired eyes, and empty heart. I used to believe that if I just tried a little harder, was a little stronger, everything would be okay. But the more I force myself to be okay, the further away I get from myself. There was a time when I felt completely lost. Every morning I woke up with a heavy heart. I didn't recognize who I was anymore, not because the world outside was so harsh, but because inside me, a silent storm was raging, silent, unrelenting, and I didn't know when it would end. I dare not allow myself to feel pain. I dare not sigh. I dare not show weakness, because I am afraid that if I show my true fatigue, everything will collapse. Then, one day, even pretending to be okay became too much. I didn't stop because I was strong. I stopped because I was exhausted, and in that moment, I looked at the emotions I had buried for so long. The pain, the helplessness, the loneliness that chilled. To the bone, I chose to come back to myself. Not because I had all the answers, but because I knew if I kept pretending it didn't hurt, pretending everything was okay, I would lose myself completely. Returning to yourself, a courageous journey there, is a quiet lie in this society that being vulnerable is shameful, that we have to get it fast, that we have to smile even when we are falling apart inside. I used to believe that until it almost destroyed me. Coming home to yourself is not weakness. It is courage, because facing the pain, the emptiness, the parts of ourselves we have avoided is never easy. I went through times when I thought I would never get back up. Every day was a silent battle to appear okay, to hold back the tears, to keep standing even though the wound was still raw. But I realized forcing myself to be okay at all costs only led me astray. We don't have to be okay right away. There's no time limit on healing. There's no countdown to getting back to ourselves. All you need is permission to feel, to rest, to slow down. You are not alone. Let's walk this journey together in your darkest moments. You may feel like you're the only one caught in the storm, but if you're reading this, please trust me, you're not. Alani's been there too, feeling like I was the weakest one, the only one not strong enough to keep going. I felt emotionally isolated, like no one could understand what I was going through until I started listening deeper and realized confusion, pain, feeling lost are very human experiences. We all go through them. No one is immune. The only difference is, do we dare to face it and keep going? Coming back to yourself doesn't have to be a massive revolution. Sometimes it's as simple as allow yourself to be sad. There's a morning without having to force a smile. Write a few heartfelt lines at night. Each of those small steps, no matter how small, has power. They are steps back to the truth, back to ourselves. I am not an enlightened master. I am just a traveler, sometimes steady, sometimes faltering, and that is why I want to walk this path with you. You don't have to go fast. You don't have to be okay right now. You just have to not give up. Each video here is a gentle reminder. You're doing great in your own way, and every time you choose to come back to yourself, even just a little bit, it's a quiet victory that deserves to be celebrated. Thank you for being here. Let me walk with you with all my heart and sincerity. VBKai Lab is not a place to preach it. Is a gentle space where we can sit, breathe, and share, where we tell real stories, where we witness slices of life, sometimes painful, but always meaningful and hopeful. If my story touches something in your heart, perhaps we've connected, and if you're feeling lost right now, know that there is a place, a community where your pain is heard and never judged if any part of this story resonates with you. Know that you're not alone. We're all just trying to find meaning in a world that often forgets to pause. Share your thoughts or your own story in the comments. I read everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you simply want a soft space to land after long days, like this video if it helped you feel seen, sending you a sky full of love.